I've waited longer for you than I've ever waited for any woman. Scarlett, kiss me. Kiss me once.
Hello and welcome to Big Screen Remakes. Today we premiere our new Top 10 series, starting with a genre that a lot of people like: romantic love stories. So, without further ado, let's go to the top 10 best romance movies of all time. In 10th place, City of Angels. A 1998 film by Brad Silberling, starring Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan. A story about an angel on Earth, a doctor unable to believe, a patient with a secret, and a love story made in heaven. In 9th place, La La Land. A 2016 film by Damien Chazelle, starring Ryan Gosling and Emma Stone. The story of a pianist and an actress that fall in love while attempting to reconcile their aspirations for the future. In 8th place, City Lights. A 1931 movie by Charles Chaplin, with Charles Chaplin and Virginia Cherrill. A story about a tramp who has fallen in love with a sightless flower girl and accumulates money to be able to help her medically. In 7th place, Beauty and the Beast. A 1991 animation movie by Gary Truesdale and Kirk Wise. A story about a prince cursed to spend his days as a hideous monster that sets out to regain his humanity by earning a young woman's love. In 6th place, Gone with the Wind. A 1939 movie by Victor Fleming, George Cukor and Sam Wood, starring Clark Gable and Vivien Leigh. A story about a sheltered and manipulative Southern belle and a roguish profiteer that face off in a turbulent romance, as the society around them crumbles with the end of slavery and is rebuilt during the Civil War. In 5th place, Before Sunrise. A 1995 film by Richard Linklater, starring Ethan Hawke and Julie Delpy. A story about a young man and woman that meet on a train in Europe and wind up spending one evening together in Vienna, Austria. Unfortunately, they both know that this will probably be their only night together. In 4th place, Titanic. A 1997 movie by James Cameron, starring Leonardo DiCaprio and Kate Winslet. A story about a 17-year-old aristocrat that falls in love with a kind but poor artist aboard the luxurious, ill-fated RMS Titanic passenger liner. We reached our top 3, and in 3rd place we have The Notebook. A 2004 movie by Nick Cassavetes, based on the best-selling book by Nicholas Sparks, starring Ryan Gosling and Rachel McAdams. A story about a poor and passionate young man that falls in love with a rich young woman, giving her a sense of freedom, despite social differences getting in the way. In 2nd place, Casablanca. A 1942 movie by Michael Curtiz, starring Humphrey Bogart and Ingrid Bergman. A story about a cynical expatriate American cafe owner that struggles to decide whether or not to help his ex-lover and her fugitive husband escape the Nazis in Old French Morocco. And in 1st place, The Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. A 2004 film by Michel Gondry with Jim Carrey and Kate Winslet. A story about a couple that undergoes a medical procedure to have each other erased from their memories forever. Before wrapping up, I want to hear from you. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Which film do you think should be on the list too, and what is your favorite all-time romance movie? If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe so you are always the first to know when new content is released. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for joining me on this journey.